Good morning, people. It's another fresh day. It's another fresh week. It's almost another fresh month. Can you believe it? Time goes by so fast. But I just want to say I'm so thankful for your irreplaceable light and the experience and wisdom that you bring into the world. Today is a gift filled with the possibility. So let's open it with kindness and curiosity. And remember, we are all still growing and learning. So show yourself some grace and mercy today. I'm going to have us check in together. Grab your drink, your coffee, your energy drink, whatever you got going this morning. I have the last few weeks cut artificial sweeteners out of my diet completely because I heard that they're not good for brain function, and that I have really been working on. So today I'm going back on my keto diet. So I put artificial sweetener in my coffee. So we'll see. I'm going to test and really be aware of how I'm feeling today after I drink this to make sure, I don't know if my brain gets all clunky or what. I do feel like I've been doing a lot better since I haven't had not a single microgram of artificial sweetener in probably a month, and I feel great. So we'll see how my brain, if I can keep remembering words today. All right, let's go ahead and take a deep breath and check in with ourselves. Are you ready? Let's go. Are you ready? I am. I'm ready to breathe. I feel so silly today, you guys. My topic today is going to be a little funny. I've been just this heavy, preachy kind of topics the last couple weeks, and I'm like, I just want to do something funny today. So I think I'm feeling a little silly because of that. But let's check in with ourselves anyway. Okay. I think everything's okay. I think my body's clear of emotions. I'm not holding anything inside. I had a great weekend. And I have a great week ahead. I have so many fun things I want to do this week. So I'm excited. I have a good week ahead. I have this disappointment from Friday that I was holding on to a little bit. But I realize it's God's will. If I don't always get what I want, I can just chalk it up to I was being protected from something. Not everything we want is the best thing for us. So I'm working. I feel like I've processed that out of my body. Anyway, I wanted to, this whole week, I'm going to try to think of things that make you say, what? That's real? That's a real thing? What? So, kind of the funniest, weirdest, trends, things that you can find on social media, topics that make you do a double take, what? So one thing that is funny to me is people who are pet psychics. So how do you know if your golden retriever really loves you? He acts like he does. Or does he just tolerate you or see you as the source of his food? Or that goes with for any animal. I mean, cats, totally. I'm like, do they even like me? Let's dive into the world of interspecies communication. And why everyone on the internet is so convinced their cat is actually a reincarnated poet or something. I don't know. I don't believe my cat's reincarnated from something, but I believe other people. There are people who think their pets are like past relatives or something. I don't know. So, today's Monday, March 30th. The end of March is here already. The first quarter of the year is gone. We've spent weeks talking about personal responsibility and how to architect your community, steward things in your life. But today I want to talk about the real boss of the house, the cat. Specifically, why millions of people are hiring pet psychics to translate their dog's their dog's sigh. Have you ever seen a dog just go? You're like, whoa, did you have a hard day? So we're moving from the logic to like the lunacy in this series here. And I'm all here for it. So grab your treats and let's dive deep into the mind of the American house cat. So, in the news, you can see stories about pet tech. Have you seen this technology? People are really obsessed with their pets. It's at an all-time high. There's a new app that's trending. It claims to use AI to translate barks into English. But people are skipping the tech and going straight to psychics and intuitive people. They might be called pet intuitives. If you got your pet intuition working, you can monetize it. That'd be awesome. We're seeing influencers crying on camera because a psychic told them their pet wishes they'd play more jazz music. It's the ultimate first world problem. Honestly, just even having a pet is such a first world luxury. So we've gone from like the dog whisperer to cat therapist. Have you ever watched, what is it called, the dog whisperer? Caesar, I think his name is. I don't even know what channel or what the show is called. Maybe it's called Dog Whisperer, Pet Whisperer. Anyway, I've watched some shows where maybe he's just a dog trainer. Now I'm having a hard time remembering. I haven't seen a lot of his shows. My daughter loved the Animal Channel. What is it called? I guess it's called the Animal Channel? Animal World? My goodness. Maybe my brain's already getting gunky with the artificial sweetener. I think it's called Animal Planet. Yeah. That TV show. The TV show, I think his name's Caesar, and he trains animals or behavior of animals. And I don't think he's really a psychic or a pet whisperer, but he's really good at training these animals that have behavior problems and see like the anger that's causing all that like yappy barking or something. Or that, not the anger, it is like nervousness. Anyway, so he's not a pet psychic, really. He just trains animals. And I know she watched that a lot. I feel like she should have a degree in, like, if Animal Planet is like, if you watch 100 episodes of this one series, you should be able to get a certificate to be an animal trainer yourself. Let's see. Why are we trying to figure out our pets' emotions? It's called anthropomorphism. Our brains are hardwired to see human traits in everything, from the face on the moon to if we look into our pug's eyes and we see sadness. Science shows that when we talk to our pets, we are actually just projecting our own monologue onto them. Interesting. If you feel guilty about working too much, You might be convinced your pets are disappointed in you, but the pet isn't psychic. They're just fuzzy four-legged mirrors of your own mental state. I wonder, I'm thinking of my cats. No, this isn't. I was like, oh no, my cats are like murderous predators. I'm like, is that how I am? They are crazy. They'll bring anything into the house. Like the last week, a week before, they brought in a baby bunny. And this time it was still alive. I've had 2 baby bunnies I've had to take out of the house dead. One of them was huge. One of them was a big, like, not a baby bunny. It was a small rabbit, but still pretty big. And a couple of times I found like little piles of leftover half-eaten animals. So they love catching things outside and bringing them in. The bunny that was alive, though, my cat brought upstairs, brought it right to my desk and gave it to me. And I was like, thank goodness he came right into me, because the bunny was still alive and I could save it. Anyway, so what I'm reading here is that you see like reflections of yourself in your animals. And I'm like, for a second, I was like, wait, what am I projecting onto my animals? Nothing, because they're just animals. They aren't judging your career choices. They're wondering when that next squirrel is going to run past the window. I always want to see what the Bible might have to say about what I'm talking about. And even in this, the Bible does talk about your animals, being a kind owner of animals, actually. So, let's see, in Proverbs 12:10, it says, a righteous man has regard for the life of his animals. We're called to be good stewards of the creations in our care, the creatures in our care. But there's a line between kindness and getting too weird about it. While we're supposed to be caring for them, we're not supposed to worship them. Like you've seen that, and it talks about that in the Bible too, worshiping the golden calf. Some religions worship cows as deities or reincarnated loved ones, something like that. But the Bible says all these creatures were given to us to use and make our lives better. They're not your companions. I mean, animals are your companions, but they're not to be consulted, I guess. We can appreciate that special light that's in our pets and what they give us and the joy and companionship they give us without assuming someone needs a degree in psychology to figure out what they're thinking, you know. All right. So, today's been kind of silly, but I do want to make sure you know entertainment could be part of that restoration we talked about last week. You can see the silly in things. You can point it out. You can laugh about it. It's okay. I mean, I adore my pets. I love my daughter's dog almost like a grandchild. He gets so spoiled. He gets so happy when he comes over here. It was funny because he was jumping around and spinning, and he gets treats, obviously, gets walks. He gets just a free rein. We keep the door open so he can just come in and out to the backyard. He gets roam of the whole house. He doesn't get on the furniture. That's the one thing in our house he doesn't do that he does at home. But my daughter or my son-in-law, one of them was saying how he's kind of like mopey and depressed, and he's like moping around their house. And then he comes over here and he's like a puppy or something. He just is so cute and he loves playing. Every once in a while he doesn't. I think he might be feeling sick. He has allergies. We have to wipe his face when he goes outside and he comes in. Anyway, I hope you have a pet that you just love and you pamper and it brings you joy to give them love. You know what? This can tie in to that science experiment where they had two plants, and one plant you just said negative, yucky, bad things to and like criticized it, and one plant they said this was a science experiment. They said these wonderful, affirming, nice things to this one plant, and they gave them both the same water, both the same light, access to grow lights or whatever, and one was withering and one was thriving. Like how do our words, our intentions, the energy around you when you're saying these good, nice things changes. So when you're saying how cute your kitty is, or I just say what a handsome boy he is all the time, and my girl cat, I'm like, you are just gorgeous, lady. Yeah, we can change the atmosphere in our, just around you and in you. You hear those words, you feel those words. So yeah, there's some good things about having pets. It can reaffirm those good feelings you're having. Even if you're feeling grumpy or you're not feeling the best, maybe put out some nice words. See if it could help you to feel better. All right, sometimes we just have to laugh at the fact that we've become a society that pays people. It's a real job to tell us what our goldfish is feeling. So, this is your homework today. Look your pet in the eye and tell them you know their secrets. Then give them a treat and move on with your day. Oh boy, I love it. I just love pets and the joy they bring into your life, really. They're a lot of work though. That's probably why we haven't had a dog. We can't commit to the amount of work that a dog does take. That's why we love cats, because they kind of take care of themselves. We have a litter box that changes itself or cleans itself. Maybe once every couple of weeks I have to empty the tray or refill the litter. And then we have an automatic feeder, dry food, and then I give them wet food every day. Other than that, it's just like sweeping and lint rolling things. That's the effort of having a cat. And I mean, because we have our cats who like to go outside, we keep our door cracked for them. We might actually put in a pet door. We were thinking maybe in the front door. I don't know. Here in Florida, I mean, it's okay to keep the door cracked. It just lets some bugs in. But I would love a pet door because, I don't know. And then it rains so much, so sometimes you don't want the rain to come in the pet door. Anyway, I'll think about that some more. I just love my kitties. I love that they bring me little treasures like dead animals and frogs and lizards. And what was it they brought me the other day? It was like a rat. It wasn't a mole. I had to look it up on the internet. I can't remember the name of it. It was like some sort of rodent with a little pointy face. It was not a rat because the tail wasn't long enough, and it wasn't like scurrying back and forth. It was moving really slow. So cool though. Well, not really slow. It was running away from the cats, but yeah, we caught it and threw it back outside. But I love it. I love how wild they are, but they also come in and snuggle and purr on me too. So, tell me about your pets. If anything here I talked about today sparked a thought, go ahead and leave a comment, subscribe, give me that little thumbs up. If you love talking about your pets, just know every day's a chance to learn and grow and become more of the wonderful person you are. So the world is just better with your light in it. And I'm glad that you were with me today. I'll see you again tomorrow, and we'll talk about something else fun. So, until then, just know you're the Lord's precious one. Bye!